Hello! The story you're about to see is about a group of 5 friends who decided to go up there in the mountains, going up to Mantalungon, Dalaget, from the southern part of Cebu City. We arrived early, yes, and while waiting for the others who were riding a van, we decided to go on further and explore what Mantalungon had to offer, aside from Osmeña Peak and the various vegetables that the soil has offered or has to offer. So we went to go about further looking for something to drink. Yes, because it was kind of hot, as you can see. It was around 11:30 perhaps in the morning, and not all of us had water with us. So we decided to get ourselves an adventure. Little did we know that adventure itself will stare at us in front of our faces. Yes, because we were no adventure riders, and as you can see from the terrain that we were riding on, it's unpaved and it's loose. Some parts are loose gravel, some parts are stony. But we were quite confident since we were riding Enfields, and Enfields were known to be able to tackle this kind of road because it came from India, which majority of the roads are good, but there are some roads that are not as paved as we would like it to be. As you noticed, we were riding classic bikes, and only one of us had an adventure bike, which was the Himalayan. The rest of us were riding the Bullet 350s and a classic 350. So we really thought that we can do this. Yes. After all, look at the view. Why wouldn't you want to move on or go further if you are accompanied by this sight, this lovely sight that you don't get to see every day? So we really were feeling pumped up at this moment, and just wanted to enjoy the view. As you can see, it's really a very nice view, scaling over the other mountains. We are in the middle of Cebu after all. And yes, it is indeed very breathtaking. So we continued on, trying to look calm, even if the nerves were getting the best of us. Well, at least I was speaking for myself, though I may have felt worried, but I was assured that I will be okay, and I am in good hands after all, because the company I was with were good company, and I was confident that they will not leave me alone. And yes, we would just look at the locals showing off their skills, and here we are trying so hard to balance our bikes, trying to pass the loose stones and sharper parts of the road. But we were able to continue because all of us helped each other. We continued to navigate ourselves to this unfamiliar territory, and we had to stop and take some breaks. Fix our gear, fix our bikes, and have a good laugh to calm our nerves, perhaps. And of course, getting a little water from only one of our companions who brought a hydration pack. So he was gracious enough to share it with all of us until we find that place that sells a cold drink. Moving forward, we followed where the trails would lead us. These were fire roads or barangay roads meant for the locals. These back roads surely did not encounter riders like us, adventure-seeking crazies, out looking for a nice cold drink. At this point, we were all thirsty, really thirsty. And somehow, after facing all this uncertainty, I sort of remember that movie 180 Degrees South that said something about adventure. And I really, really remember that conversation in the movie. They said, and I quote, "The word adventure has gotten overused. To me, adventure is when everything goes wrong, and that's when adventure starts." Uy, helmet! I sounded like their older sister, right? Or at least their mom, reminding them of their safety gear. So here we go. Scared than ever, expecting the unexpected, just like that awesome view. Yes, we were seeing a lot of awesomeness here. And somehow, it reminded me, those peaks further on look like the chocolate hills in Bohol. And actually, I was just hiding the heartbeat that was pounding as fast as the bike I was riding, the thump of the bike that I was riding. Yes, that's where we're gonna pass. So stepping aside, I had to let the locals show us how to do it. And yes, it seems so effortless for them. And here comes our leader, quote unquote. He's our Steve Armstrong, the motorcycle rider of the Voltes 5 group. Yes, we called ourselves the Voltes 5 group of the Royal Enfield Visayas, because we were all fans of the anime series. There was our Mark Gordon. our Big Bert Armstrong, Little John Armstrong, and of course, I'm Jamie Robinson. Yes, that Volters 5 in the 70s and 80s. We were all fans of that. After a quick break, we were now ready to descend as we were very excited to get out of the woods and also excited for that very elusive cold drink that we were seeking. There it was. Lo and behold, open space. We were just so happy. You could see it on our faces. We were so happy to get out of the so-called wilderness. And that's where we were at that point, as you can see in the map. And we should have taken the normal route, but we decided to go on straight. So there it is. The cold drink.
Pale Pilsen. Sa aming nayon, may isang gagong uminom. Lasing. Pati ako lasing eh. Pati ikaw lasing. Sige, inom na.
The big laughter was mine, obviously, giving away what I felt during that moment. This indeed was one of our most memorable rides, a ride that reveals the true persons in your company, making one appreciate the others, treasuring these moments that happen once in a blue moon. A ride that reveals the kind of bond that we share as riders, from the most difficult of times to the lightest moments. We shall treasure this very well and tell our grandchildren perhaps of this particular adventure just because of SMB. We headed out to our destination for the night and met with other friends, and that concludes that part of our adventure. We are the Visayas Voltes 5 team, and thank you for watching with us.